It's the first day of March with double digits. It's 1 week before St. Patty's Day. It's the day after Daylight Savings Time Day. It's the second day of the week out of a 7-day week. And it's Monday. It's the night of Monday Night Raw on Netflix. And if my math is correct, I add all that up, and it can only lead to one thing: a can't miss, must watch, must see episode of the Ryan Knight WWE Report, only on YouTube. I think I got my math right. But anyway, guys, hope you all had a great weekend, and let's get down to business. Welcome back to the channel of the Ryan Knight WWE Report, guys. Where was Raw tonight? Well, Monday Night Raw tonight was in the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden, and for the second time of Monday Night Raw on Netflix, we got Seth Rollins versus CM Punk in the main event. But only this time, the last time those two met was on the debut episode of Monday Night Raw on Netflix, and CM Punk won that night. Would CM Punk be able to go 3-0 in main events on Monday Night Raw on Netflix, and would he be able to beat Seth freaking Rollins for the second time on the main event on Netflix? Well, let's be honest with you guys. There's no love lost between CM Punk and Seth freaking Rollins. I mean, let's look at what happened in the steel cage match tonight between CM Punk and Seth Rollins. CM Punk, well, what did he do? He hit the stomp on Seth Rollins. He hit a million GTSs on Seth Rollins. Now let's look at what Seth Rollins did to CM Punk. He put the submission move of John Cena. Seth put CM Punk in the STFU. Seth Rollins did it stomp after stomp. What about Seth Rollins hit the GTS on all of that? And you know, when they could have easily walked out of the cage and won the match, both CM Punk and Seth Rollins did not want to do that. And I got to be honest with you, there have been legendary steel cage matches in Madison Square Garden. There has been the last televised steel cage match in Madison Square Garden was 10 years ago, when it was Seth Rollins and John Cena for the United States title. But I think tonight's steel cage match was a better steel cage match than that, because you know what, guys? We had two guys who want to be at the top of Monday Night Raw. We have two men that want to be at the top of the WWE. And then more importantly, we have two men that literally cannot stand one another. And you know what? I think Monday Night Raw GM Adam Pearce made the right call. Have these two fight in the main event of Monday Night Raw inside a 15-foot high steel cage. Well, I told you everything that happened between those two. Or did I? You know what, guys? I was amazed how much Seth Rollins and CM Punk went. They literally went beyond the extra mile. They made tonight's main event of Monday Night Raw like a WrestleMania main event. And the question is, like I said earlier in the episode, would CM Punk be able to go 2-0 against Seth freaking Rollins on Monday Night Raw on Netflix, yet alone the main event. Well, I will be very honest with you guys. The match did not end in people's way possible. Now, some of you who are the geniuses on YouTube in the WWE always said that Seth could win, but not in normal. Ladies and gentlemen, Seth freaking Rollins walks out of Madison Square Garden tonight the winner. But is it a true win or is it not? Because, ladies and gentlemen, did Seth Rollins have help? I mean, someone grabbed him and yanked him out. But when Seth Rollins turned around and looked at the person who pulled him out of that cage, it was someone that did not show up to help. It was someone who went there to end the career of Seth freaking Rollins. Ladies and gentlemen, the OTC of the WWE, Roman Reigns, is back. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how to say it any other way, but Roman Reigns yanked Seth Rollins out of that steel cage, giving Seth Rollins the win. But ladies and gentlemen, remember the last time we saw the OTC of the WWE, Roman Reigns. It was at the Royal Rumble. Seth Rollins curb stomped Roman all the way under. And I got to tell you, since that night, no one has heard or seen from our tribal chief, Roman Reigns. And I got to be honest with you, you know, Seth walked in tonight with a man he hated and a man he wanted to get rid of forever. A man he wanted to make sure would not make it to WrestleMania. And I think Seth is now going to walk out of Madison Square Garden, out of New York City, and he's going to have a humongous problem. And that humongous problem just so happens to be the OTC of the WWE, Roman Reigns. And guys, you know what? I don't want to have CM Punk for, an enemy. But I would rather have CM Punk my enemy than Roman Reigns. I mean, Roman Reigns is coming back to collect receipts. And apparently, Seth freaking Rollins is in debt. But more importantly, guys, if it wasn't for WWE officials and WWE Raw GM Adam Pearce, I think Seth Rollins wouldn't be walking out of Madison Square Garden and he wouldn't be going to WrestleMania or even having a career in the WWE. Ladies and gentlemen, Roman Reigns is back. Roman Reigns yanked Seth out of the cage, giving Seth Rollins the win. And then Roman Reigns delivered the beating of a lifetime on Seth freaking Rollins. And we all want to see a match with Rollins and Reigns. But you know what? Think about what happened. Think about CM Punk. CM Punk did not win the match because of Roman Reigns. And after Roman was nearly ending the career of Seth Rollins, Roman took a look inside the cage. And inside that 15-foot high steel cage, and in that ring was CM Punk and WWE Hall of Famer, the wise man, Paul Heyman. Now, I find it ironic because the last time Paul Heyman was in the Madison Square Garden, he was put through an announce table by Tama Tonga, Jacob Fatu, Tangalea, and Solo Sikoa. And I gotta tell you, remember guys, remember the favor the wise man, the WWE Hall of Famer, Paul Heyman, still owes CM Punk a favor. And so what, now we got to ask ourselves the question, what will that favor be? Well, we'll find that out sooner or later, but ladies and gentlemen, the headline of the night is not CM Punk versus Seth Rollins in Madison Square Garden in a 15-foot high steel cage. Oh, no. The headline of Monday Night Raw from Madison Square Garden tonight is that the OTC of the WWE, Roman Reigns, is back. And also the cover of WWE 2K25. So, do we acknowledge Roman Reigns? Because I know Seth Rollins and CM Punk will definitely not acknowledge Roman Reigns. But there is one thing we need to talk about Roman Reigns, guys. Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, is back. And if I were Seth Rollins or even CM Punk, I wouldn't want to, or anybody, I would not want to get in the way of the tribal chief, Roman Reigns. Ladies and gentlemen, let me remind you, Roman Reigns is 1-0 on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. And he is the current, and the only tribal chief of WWE. The headlines is back. The tribal chief, the OTC of the WWE is back. And the question now is, what does that mean for Seth freaking Rollins? And if I may say this, Roman Reigns may be an OTC. He may be the tribal chief, but he's got a problem. And it's not a Seth Rollins problem. It's not a concerned about my wise man, Paul Heyman problem. Roman Reigns has a problem with CM Punk, because I don't think CM Punk is going to take getting speared too well, yet alone getting cost the match. But you know what, guys? Whether we talk about Roman or not, there's one thing that relies the fact. 2 nights, main event on Monday Night Raw from Madison Square Garden, CM Punk, Seth Rollins inside a 15-foot high steel cage. That, ladies and gentlemen, was awesome. But we got to get the facts right. Roman Reigns, the OTC of the WWE, is back. And he's collecting some receipts that are owed to him. Receipt number 1, Seth freaking Rollins. I don't know what the favor is that CM Punk, that Paul Heyman owes CM Punk. And I don't know, but I think, personally, in my opinion, we got to have Rollins versus Reigns versus Punk at none other than WrestleMania 41. It's got to happen. And if I know WWE, it probably will happen. But we'll find out and wait and see, guys. But Roman Reigns is back. All right, guys. Well, you know what? We all know that steel cage match was phenomenal. It was awesome. It was must-see WWE TV. But instead of me asking you what you thought of the match, instead of me asking you what did you think of this video, let me know, how did you like Monday Night Raw in Madison Square Garden ending with the OTC Roman Reigns is back? Let me know. But in the meantime, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys had a great weekend. And I hope you guys are ready, because tomorrow, NXT, it is big. Title versus title. The Hardy Boys defend the TNA tag titles. It's going to be a very big NXT tomorrow night. But in the meantime, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your Monday night, and I will see you all in the next episode. One more time, guys, Seth Rollins wins the main event on Raw tonight inside a steel cage against CM Punk, thanks to the assist, possibly, call it assist, by the OTC Roman Reigns. But Seth Rollins has a problem, and it's a Roman Reigns OTC problem.